Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast Beyond the Routes. Today, we are going to talk about the regional VoIP market trends. Max and I will explore uh, what what's happening across different parts of the world and how these changes are shaping the opportunities for carriers and enterprises. Max, it's nice to see you. Not
Hi
first time
everybody.
today.
Hi Alina.
Yeah. So the first question, when we look at the global VoIP market, which regions are showing the strongest growth right now?
If I have to pick up a headline, it will be for sure Asia Pacific is under fire. We're seeing massive adoption on such countries like Myanmar, Vietnam, Indonesia. Even markets like Bangladesh are showing huge steps. These countries are making leapfrogging traditional telecom phases instead of spending years for building a legacy telephony network. They are just jumping to straight into cloud-based systems, uh, soft phones, and application-driven communication. It's like watching a country skipping bicycles and go directly to electric cars.
I like this comparison.
Yeah, me as well.
Okay, so actually, what are the main factors behind this growth? Cost savings, technology adoptions, probably regulations, or something else?
Yeah, it's a nice question. First one is a classic one. Cost savings. Lots of companies are still love the idea of cutting expenses on communications on 40 on or 70%. Uh, Also, we're living in an era where we can work remotely and doing some hybrid work. So all of us need some communication tools, which will be moving with us. And here, cloud migration comes. It's a top driver of innovations. Companies don't want to spend lots of money on maintenance contracts, on some expensive upgrades. They want something simple, cheap, flexible, and scalable. And VoIP is exactly this. VoIP became a backbone of business ecosystem now. Also, huge factor is regulator. If regulator decreases restrictions, it helps a lot to move forward the innovations. We can see it on such markets like Latin America and Asia. There are lots of samples when government decrease the restrictions and small and middle-sized companies are driving innovation like a crazy. And of course, it won't happen. Nothing of this won't happen without solid infrastructure. Like 10 years ago, for such countries, VoIP it was only good on the paper, but now it was really nice because the network can support it. So to summarize, I think we have a good growth recipe. First, lower cost. Second, modern tech. Third, better connectivity. And the fourth, more friendly regulations.
Sounds great.
Let's zoom in. How does markets like Europe, Asia, Latin America differ in terms of web adoption and maturity?
Okay, let me answer your question by comparing them. If we speak about Europe, VoIP use is high because, first of all, strong internet and mobile access, supportive regulations. Yeah, varies by country, but anyway, supportive regulations. Um, VoIP is widely used by businesses and consumers. Actually, practically any age group are using messengers like WhatsApp, Viber, any other variants, and also growing shift to cloud and AI based VoIP. This is how Europe is looking right now as a region. Asia. If we speak about VoIP use, it's mixed. Great infrastructure in such countries as Japan, South Korea, Singapore, but other areas they are still developing. Also, let's not forget about strict. They have regulation that more stricter than in Europe, for example, in India and China. And you were in Shanghai, I mean, this year, and you know that they have their own popular applications such as WeChat or Line, like an example. And because of that, they have fast growth in mobile-first markets. Their main need is all-in-one applications, like you will have the video features, calls, etc. This is how looking Asia market. If we speak about Latin America, VoIP use is growing, but uneven, because the main issue, better access in cities, but rural areas lack. If we speak about regulations, you mentioned that Latin America is working with this right now. You're right, but it varies from country to country, because some countries support VoIP, other countries are trying to limit and control VoIP to help their local phone companies. And let's not forget that WhatsApp dominates there, because like businesses are trying to catch up, and consumers are using already VoIP to save money, and especially for international calls. This is how Latin America looks right now.
What about challenges? Where do you see the obstacles here?
Okay, again, let's begin from Europe. I don't see any major issues if we speak about technologies. The main right now here challenge is GDPR and data protection. I mean, we have to know and to agree how to work and support each other, and it's something new for us. Yeah, it was from year to year, but right now it's a serious question, especially to avoid fraud. So data protection, privacy, and GDPR is the main challenge for Europe right now. Asia. If we speak about Asia, again, regulations. Some countries as China, India, that I already mentioned today, restrict or block VoIP. Local data rules apply. So actually, this is the first challenge. The second one, infrastructure. It's poor in rural areas. It's great in some big countries. And anyway, fraud. It's still the main challenge for everybody. Latin America, the first challenge, infrastructure. When I'm mentioning it in Asia, it's not such a big issue and challenge as in Latin America. So there are still rural areas, and because of that, the mobile and internet connectivity is uneven. Regulations. Again, I will mention that some countries support VoIP, some of them not. And for sure, fraud security, because sometimes security is weak. This is how it's looking right now, all these three regions. And based on this data, on this information, I have the final question. If you had to predict which markets will define the next wave of VoIP growth?
I honestly think that Africa will be the next rocket ship. Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana are turning into a hotspots with the booming fintech ecosystems and young, digitally savvy population driving adoption on a new level.
Sounds interesting. And it's clear that VoIP is evolving differently around the world, but the main threat is adaptability. And in case you understand this, you could be the next leader. This is how it's looking. Thanks for listening. Stay curious, stay connected, and keep talking smart. See you next time.